You're welcome, guys. This is Samuel Temitope Oladokun, and this is Module 2 of our 3 months data training, uh, data processing course. And this course is also a standalone course if you are buying Windows operating system Windows 11. If you are buying Windows 11, you just need to buy this one alone. But if you purchase our data processing uh, course module. This is module 2 in that data processing. So we've discussed one, which is computer appreciation. This is the module 2, which is this operating system, Windows 11. So let's go ahead. You would have watched our video and see, you would have seen what you actually learned from the video. So since you already watch the video. If you have not watched the video, take your time to go and watch the intro video and you'll be able to know what you're actually going to learn. So let's proceed. Um, Introduction, operating system. Operating system is a collection of software that manages computer hardware resources and provide common services for our programs. Operating system perform basic tasks such as recognizing input from the keyboard, sending outputs to the display screen, keeping track of files and directories on the disk and controlling peripheral devices, example of operating systems. So in our intro to computing, we actually discuss the uh, components of our computer system. So let me just go back there and you see. So this is the general structure. We have the computer system, the hardware, and the software. And the software, we have the system software, we have the application software, and out of the system software, we have the operating system. So this is where we are discussing the operating system. Uh, it's it is a collection of different software that manages the computer, the file management, memory management. Those are the functions, program management, process management, that is what operating system does. And we have different examples that actually run on our systems, our hardware. So we have the Mac OS, Macintosh OS, we have the Linux, we have Android, we have a Microsoft Windows Office. So let's move on. Function of operating system, like I told you, why do we need an operating system? An operating system creates an interface for the user and the machine itself, since the machine does not understand human language, there is a medium of communication in between the system and the user, the human user now. So the first on the list is it controls, sorry for the typographical, you may say there, controls the application of input and output. So the input and output devices you want to print, you want to attach input devices like keyboard, like mouse to your system. It is the OS on it that controls their application. It detects that an interface has already been attached to the system, and then it creates a process for the device that is attached to it to be able to run the system. And second point is it enables the ability of correct errors. When you make some errors, there are suggestions to you. If you want to do this, accept this command, reject this command. It pre-warns you of what you want to do. So uh, if you want to take an action, it tells you this is likely what will go happen. You want to delete a file, it gives you a second time message for you to know. The third option is it runs other software. So other software you are going to use on your system is run by the operating system. So if that is, for example, you want to run application package, you want to run Microsoft Word, you want to run graphics package, you want to run any other software, it is run um, on the operating system. So it's not run directly on the machine, on the device, on the board, but rather it's run on the operating system. So another function of the operating system is an interface for a user, like I told you, allows the user to interact with the resources available on the machine. You want to look at the processing speed, the RAM, the gives you information, complete information about this machine. So it's an interface for you to make use of the resources available on the machine. The third function is it keeps complete record of all the various work. It organizes your work, your files, your data on the system. You understand? The one you want to save on the desktop, you want to save on my documents, you want to save to external devices. So that is it keep complete record of all these work. Then file management, like I told you, and also IO. Whenever you say IO, it means input output management. So it manages what is attached to the system. You want to attach printer, you want to do a project to projector to a large screen. So that is output devices, and the input devices it also manage them. Let's go to the next slide. Classification of operating system. So operating system, we have the single user. This is the process whereby a person is operating a computer at a time. Just one person is operating the system at a time. The second one has multi-user, allow two or more users to run programs at the same time. Then we have network user, a situation where a group of computers are interconnected together and share the same resources. So in this say multi-user, that is client server user operating system. In this type of operating system, it's a dedicated system such as the server that provides information to the client systems. So the information, the file that is needed by those client systems are resident on the server, dedicated server system. So by the time those systems in the network make request to the server, it gives them unbiased response of the information that they need. So that is the three type of operating system we have. Let's go to the next slide. So these are some locals. So this is Windows, this is Mac, this is Linux, this is Bada, this is ClaiOS, this is Symbian, this is Java, this is CentOS, this is BlackBerry, this is Apple, this is Palm, this is Android. Android. So these are examples of logos, so that whenever you open a system and you see this, you know this belongs to this. So these are other examples. There are many other operating systems there, but these are the most common ones. So let's move ahead. Application of mouse now. So I want to start the input output application. This is why we call it Windows OS. What are the things that you actually use mouse for? So mouse can be used to perform various functions. The first thing is pointing. You can see as I'm moving the cursor across the screen now, that is pointing. That is pointing is an art of moving around the mouse for cursor identification. Number two is clicking. This is the art of selecting an object that can be achieved by press your left mouse button. So let's actually look at the picture of mouse once again, and I will show you where you just press once. So for example, let me move back to where I think I have choice of mouse. Okay, good. So this particular place, this is when you want to click, this is where you come out click. But by the time you are clicking the second side, this is referred to as right clicking. And this right clicking is used to access the hidden menus in any in any document or in any environment. So by the time I want to discuss the practical section with you, I'm going to show you. So guys, let's move on. So we have double clicking. Double clicking, that is you tap that same particular place two times successfully, not longer. So just do it pem two times. So that is double clicking. Then dragging is a way of moving or changing an object from one position to another, which can be done by press and hold the left button. You press that left button, you hold it, and you now move the mouse. Then you drop it. So that is dragging. Then we have right clicking is a command used to display or bring out the hidden menu by pressing the right mouse button. So let's just practicalize these mouse functions, after which we now go to keyboard functions. Thank you. So told you the first application is pointing. So you have pointing to this object, as you can see. I'm pointing to them, I'm pointing to them, I'm pointing to them, pointing to them. That's just pointing. You just hovering your mouse and move it towards the direction of these icons on the window. So that's just pointing. The next function is clicking. So when I just tap it once, you see that is clicking. That is clicking. So clicking is, and that's clicking. So the next one is double clicking two times just to open the folder. It's normally used to open something. So let me just, once I double click on this, you see it opens that that folder for me. So um, that is closed. Then the next one is dragging. So by the time if I click like this, hold it and move my mouse somewhere that is dragging, I have changed the position now. I've changed the position. I've changed the position. That is dragging. So right clicking is you using the lab. You see that even the mouse sound is different. So when I right click where there's no icon, you see that I can see the hidden menus that are applicable in those areas. So that's all the practice of that mouse application, of which I believe you grasped it very well. So after mouse, we talked about the keyboard. The keyboard is the second most important input device in a system. We have the keyboard as an input device, has different types of keys. So the first set of keys you see are available on the numeric keys, and these are keys that are 0 to 9. So maybe I can just bring it out here. I hope you can see. So you can see from 0, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are numeric keys. From that side, then we can now have alphabetic keys. Alphabetic keys are alphabet A to Z, but they are not arranged the same way you read your normal English alphabet like A, B, C. No, no. It is A, S, D, F. So you could pull on L, K, J, and G. So this is how I can recommend that you take a Mavis Beacon software for you to practice typing very well. How to place your fingers, it will help you. So the next what is it called? The next on the keys is the function keys. So function keys, if you this F1, you can see we have F1 to F12. These are function keys, and the next one we have the symbolic key. These are symbols key. For example, you can see greater than. You see this stop, comma, slash. You see these are function keys, slash, open square brackets. You can see open brackets. These are for symbolic keys. Then we have the navigation key. The navigation key, as you can see, these are arrow keys like this. If you are going up, you are going down, where you want to move to the direction or go to. That is the navigation key. And we have the special keys. So let's talk about the special keys now. The number one of the special keys is the escape key. This ESC is used to terminate unwanted message on the screen. You want to terminate unwanted action. If something just pop up on your screen and you don't want to close, you don't know which action to take, just press this ESC key. That's escape key. Then we have the tab key. This is tab key used to create paragraph while typing a document. And at the same time, if you want to navigate and you don't have a mouse, just want to navigate, you continue to type, click on the tab key. So the next one is the shift key. The shift key is used together to get the upper sign of every key that has two symbols. So when you see that this particular key has two symbols, this is one here and this is an exclamation mark. At the top right, and we have at here, we have hash key, we have dollar key, we have percentage. So if you want to access the one at the upper layer, same thing here. Any key that has two, so the upper layer, for you to be able to access the upper layer, you have to press the shift key. Then if I now press 1, so what will be typed will be the exclamation mark. It will not be this what is it called? It will not be that number 1. So if I press shift key and press 2, it will be the alt key that will be entered into my text wherever I want to type. And if I press shift key, I also in these ones that are only one, like all the alphabet keys, if I press shift key, you see that it access the uppercase, that is the capital letter. So without you having to type to press the caps lock, you just press shift key with one hand and use the other hand to press these letters, you get the upper case key. So let's go to the alternate key. This is the alternate key. This alternate key is used in conjunction with other keys to get special command. For example, Alt F4. If you press Alt F4 and you press Alt and you press Alt F4, that is to close a command. We have different things like that. Alt O, or which is open. So we have the Windows key. This is the Windows key. The Windows key is used to get the what is it called? For example, now get the, let me show you. So okay, so for you to get the, so this window key is the same thing as when you press this button, you see the thing flies out. So if you don't want to press, you click on this start button or the window button here. You can just click this one and it will come up. So let's go ahead from there. We have the next one after the window key. We have the space bar. Um, like I told you, I was talking about the space bar. I also have told you about the window key that you use it to get this window command. The space bar is the longest key and it is used to create a gap while you are typing this gap. So we have the enter key. The enter key is used to accept a command, and also when you want to go to the next. So this is the enter key. When you want to go to the next line, you use the enter key. We have the home key. This is the home key. It's used to move to the you move the cursor to the beginning of a line. You have line in Microsoft Word or anything you want to do. You have the end key. The end key, this end key is used to move a line to the end of a line. We have the page up key, the page down key are used to scroll up or back to previous pages. Then we have the page down key used to scroll down. Print screen key. This print screen key, if you see this, used to get the screenshot. Like you want to have snapshot on your phone of your screen, whatsoever is on your screen, you can have the screenshot. You press this print screen, and we have the power key in some keyboard, and we have insert key. So let's move ahead. This is an example of what I've been showing you. Layout of a keyboard: the enter key, the backspace, the space key, the alt key, the control key, the arrow key, the so input devices now. You must be able to understand that the devices that is used to establish communication with the system, as to send information, send data, to key in data into the system. These are devices referred to as input devices. So for you to, this one is used to send yeah, keys. You want to type in key commands into the system. That's keyboard is an example of input device. Mouse is an example of input device, and we have discussed the function of these two. Joystick is used to play game in gaming, so it's also an input device. And we have a control keys. We have the microphone. These are examples of microphones. We have web camera. We have the scanner that is used to get the digital image of paper, of documents, of pictures, and send it to the memory of the system. So we have the web camera also. So let's move on. After input devices, are example of input devices: the keyboard. What is used for typing, and for primary equipment, a laptop and desktop. And this is the year of invention, 1867. We have mouse, move in the cursor. It's used on desktop and laptop. It's 1964. We invented. We have the touchpad. So moving the cursor, this one is peculiar to laptop and trackballs. You know, so the touchpad that we have: 1982 microphone, voice recording in headsets, in desktop, in laptop, 1877. Touch screen, we have that one. We have the touchscreen system that are invented in essentially in 1965 and adoption in 1980. Tablets, laptops, smartphones, they use touchscreen devices. That is a screen act as an input device at the same time acting as an output device. So it's showing you, and also when you tap, it accepts a command. We have the scan and document scanning and image scanning in 1957. Digital camera, image capturing. We have it. It can work standalone. 1975. Web camera, video calling, live streaming, desktop live or other external devices. 1993. Graphic tablets, you say standalone. 1957. Joystick, gaming consoles. 1967. Light pen, drawing on the screen. You want to sign on the screen, you write on your screen and it accepts it as an input. So that one also CRT monitors. That's where the primary thing it uses for. 1955. Biometrics, authentication of biometric information. Various devices can actually, had already adopted this technology, and it is the late 20th century. We have barcode scanner. These are example of input devices that can actually send information or data or signal into the system for you to process them. We have MICR, we have virtual reality controllers. So let's move on. Now we want to talk about the operation of the system. Booting. What is booting? Booting is this in system is a process of starting up the system. It will check all the hardware and software, those that are installed, and this will also load all the files from those are needed for running the system. Booting is when the computer by which a computer system is gathering information that, so we call it that it performs BIOS. So it perform a BIOS test to look at it if actually it's capable to the task and everything is okay. It brings out light and it starts loading the system. It tells you the manufacturer, the products, the Windows OS running on it. So that's booting. There are two types of booting. We have the warm booting and the cold booting. So when the system starts from afresh that it perform what I told you, the ROM test or the post test now, BIOS test. So that is warm booting, but cold booting when the system hangs and you want to automatically refreshing it after you crack or you freeze when it hangs. So you can press Control plus Alt key plus Delete key. So those three keys will take you to where you actually refresh your system. And those are the two types of booting. You can read more about that. Property of a window. What are the things you see on the window when your system loads up? The desktop, it is the colorful part of the screen that appears after the computer had finished or passed through the booting stage. So in the desktop, you see it consists of pictures and background. Then thereafter, we have icons and other gadgets. So the icons on the desktop and the other gadgets like some calendar, some time scheduler. So we have the taskbar. Taskbar is a long blue bar run through the window at the bottom, which consists of start button, time scheduler. So and volume icon. I will quickly show you that one now. So this is the taskbar. This is the taskbar down here. It has the windows, it has the button, it has search button. Some icons are, they are filled on it. Then coming to this side, it has the time scheduler. This is time. Has the battery information, the microphone, has the volume control. You can actually see those things now. So we move on. So when you in Windows 10, these are things you will see. This is the pictorial representation of the property of a window. So we have the user accounts. Um, these ones we have this user account. We have the statement. This is the user account. The name of the person that houses engagement system. When you click on the Windows start bar, this one will fly out. So we have the search box. We have the pinned app. These apps are pinned to start taskbar. This is the taskbar, like I told you, this notification area. We have the live tile, we have the tiles, we have this is the desktop itself, like I told you the other time. This is the start menu, and these are programs. So let's move on. Now, for example, you want to check system information. What are the things you want to look at? You have a system, you want to look at it. Okay, what is the function of the system? What is the configuration of system information? So for you to check system information, what you just need to do is you just go to your search bar, just type system information, then it brings it down. You press enter key, then it takes you here. So for example, now these are the things on the list. The OS name is Windows 11, and the version is built version 2263. So maybe there's only other description, nothing. The OS manufacturer is Microsoft Corporation. The system name, this, the system model, this. So the processor is 12th Gen Intel R Core TMI7. So the major thing you just need to do there is you look at the processing speed, which is 1.7 megahertz for i7 and it's 12th gen. You can see this is the system name. You see, it's a HP Pavilion laptop, 15G something. So this is 16 gig RAM. Those are the things you want to see on the system when you want to check the configuration. So now go into customizing your desktop. These are the things that we are going to do in customizing of desktop. Now we are going to take the practical class now. We change the desktop background. We arranging of desktop icons, hide and unhide desktop icons, applying screensaver, time scheduler setting, applying auto hide taskbar, on the turning of a program or software, update checking, and how to create a user account. So let's go to the practical section now. So like I told you, just come here, press this will fly out. From here, just type system information. So you see it's coming up, you just press this, you type this, you see your system information, you can see everything. So this is what your system is made of. You see the Intel 12, the core TROM, See the 16 gig RAM. So that is how to check system information. After that, our next practical is changing of desktop background. So for you to change your desktop background or in Windows 11, just right click where there is no icon and see you can go to display setting, and at the same time you can click on show more options for you to see everything here. So display settings, you can go to the display setting here. From this display setting, now to look at things you want to do. You come to personalization. To personalize it, you can change. You click on this, that is, you can even see it now. Another thing, this thing is changing. That's another theme. You can change theme. You can change to another theme also here. Um, so you can see change another theme here. That's our customizing of desktop background for Windows 11. And thereafter, you can see. So you can now go to the desktop background here. For you to customize the background, that is this picture at the back. You can actually look at what picture you have there. You can set your own picture by browsing here. You can browse here. You can, for example, let me go down here. Maybe I'm going to see something. Save pictures. If I don't see any picture, um, let me see. Maybe I'm going to see pictures here. Sorry, is a whole folder rather. If I want to do that, I will have to select a whole folder so that it will be going from that folder. So that is this. From here, choose a picture album. That one is a picture album. The picture will change every 30 minutes. Those are the things you want to customize about your background. You want to make it feel, you want to make it fit. You can look at the way it changes now. You want to make it tile. Tile will be small, 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 something, and it will become so large. From there, you can have center. It will be, the picture will be centralized. You want to do that, you can take a span. So that is about desktop background. So let's return this to the normal something we met it there. So let's go to here. Let's select our theme. Okay, good. So good. So let's come here now. The next on this is arranging of desktop icons. So for example, you can click like this, you arranging your icon. But before you can move it, you right click where there's no icon, you go to view, then you uncheck this auto arrange icons. So for now it is checked now. This since is checked, if I try to move it, it will not move. Look at it now, it's not moving. I can't arrange it. So I right click where there's no icon, click on view, then auto arrange icons. So if I move it now, you can see. So the other time I talk about selecting ranging, I click here, drag it over everything like this. You see, and then I take one like this, I move to this side. You see, I can select everything at the same time. So that is arranging of desktop icons. The next one on our practical list is applying screensaver, so that when you leave your system for a while, it's something that will just be playing there. So you right click like this, you can click on personalize from there. So you can come down. So for example, you see devices, you see phones, you see start. There are different things you can actually customize there. The color, the theme, the everything. So for example, let me just quickly do that and put something here and say uh, screensaver. So screen so you can see change screensaver quickly. I can just do something like that. Also, what you want to do, you click on the settings here after this. So for example, let's say Windows training. So click, you can change the font here, you can increase the resolution, click on OK. So wait 1 minute. If you leave your system for a minute, it is going to come back. But a minute is a very long time in video recording, so it will take a very long time. I wouldn't want to leave it for a minute. So, and actually, okay, let me pause the video and a minute when it plays. So, thank you. We move on from this desktop. We move on from our applying screensaver. I want to talk about time scheduler saving. For you to to set your time, that is what we mean by time scheduler is another practical. So from here, you're going to see adjust time and date. When you right click there, you right click on the time, you come to adjust time and date. So set time automatically, you have to switch it off first. So if it's on, you won't be able to adjust the time. So if it's on off now, you can see West Africa time. You select I mean Nigeria, so we maintain West Africa time. You can see set time automatically is on, then I cannot adjust time. So I have to switch it off, then I can click on change. You can see I can now set my time, set my date here and click on change. So, but since I browse, I am almost online every time, so automatically it's on. So that when I go online, it updates the time. So from there, we want to do the next task now. The next task is after we've done time scheduler setting, we want to do apply auto hide. You want to automatically hide these icons. You want anybody to see anything. You click on right click where there's no icon, click on view, and you can see this show desktop icon. You uncheck it so that you remove it. You can see that nothing is showing on my screen now. So for you to get them by right click where there's no icon, go to view and click on show desktop icons. So I've actually done that. Now I want to look at update checking. If your system is due for updates, just come here, click, go to settings. You can go to settings here. From there, when the settings comes up, you can look at Windows updates here. So it will tell you, can you see I have an update now, a pending update. It tells you if you want to pause the update for 1 week before it will update again. If you come down here, you can see, then you can look at update history. This is to show you when last your system get updated. You can see I still updated 0411 1104 2024. That's when I upgraded my window version. These are the updates that actually happened there. We have one 11 today. This one is actually today, I think 11th of July 2024. So you can actually see your update history here. So that's another one that we have spoken about. And then now you want to look into uh how to install or uninstall a program. While we have some advanced uninstalling software that will clean your software that you want to remove your system, even to the registry files also, but there is a built-in function by Windows Microsoft Corporation into this Windows 11 that you can actually use to uninstall a program. So let me just get you the quick version. Come to search here, type control panel, so you can see this control panel. Just click on it. It will load up for you. From once it loads up for you here, you can just look at the uninstall a program. You just click on programs, then uninstall a program. This is uninstall a program. When you do like that, it lists out all the software on your system for you. Then the one you want to uninstall, all you just need to do is you just for example, if I want to uninstall, I just click on this and click on uninstall or change. So you can see it's asking me if I want to uninstall it, and it will continue like that to uninstall. So no, thank you, just uninstall. So you see, I tell them no, I just want it to be uninstall. So let's continue. You can see that it's uninstalling the software right now. That is how to uninstall the software. We have done that. Now we want to go into how to create a user account. Okay, done. So you have successfully uninstalled it, as remove it from here. So to create a user account, you are going to do the same thing. User account is, for example, you want to create an account for your kids, for your workers, for maybe two persons that actually use a system and don't want them to access your own account and have access to your system. So, for example, if you use a system for office and at the same time use it as a personal document and your colleagues may want to share it with you, you can just create two accounts, one for yourself as admin and one for guest account, so that that one have the one for yourself has a security. You put a password that is only known to yourself, and the other one you let for everybody to access. That one you can install games, install something there that kids or every other person can usually access. So just do like this, press control panel. So come to control panel. We want to create a user account now, so that we have users account. So click on users account, and you see users account, add or remove user account. You can click on this add or remove user account, add a new user in this PC. So you can see it takes you to where you can add an account. So if you have you can see you create the user. For example, now you can add let me just create friends or office. So create an office, you set the password. If you want to password to there, then you click on enter and continue. So I'm not actually going to add accounts. When you want to switch, you come here, you can see, you come here, you see it here. From here, you click on switch accounts, then you can be able to switch to the other user account. So that's how to create a user account on the on Microsoft Windows 11. So this training continues, like I told you, is complete the Windows operating system. Next, now we'll deal with how to, sorry, I want to deal with, next now, let me just bring this one down. I want to deal with how to create a folder. So creating a folder makes your work so easily arranged. So you can see these are sample of folders where you for this is cloud computing, this is book, and you can see this is another, this is training, this is oral history. So you can actually put related files in the same folder. So to create a folder is as simple as you right click where there's no icon, click on a new. If new is not shown here, you can do click on show more options. You can see new, you click on folder. So the folder is out. I'm going to give maybe Windows training. And see Windows, that's called training. So that's just Windows training. Once you click out, it is there. Though it is empty, it's an empty folder. I don't have anything. Double click on it to open the folder, and then you can just close it. And for example, I'm going to press Alt F4, or you can use the X button on your Windows. So the X button is actually used to close. This is the X. Anywhere you see X is for close, and this one is for minimize. This minimize, we put it here on your Windows taskbar. Why this is restore down for something so that it won't cover the whole screen. It will leave other place so you can see other thing. So close anything in window, you use the X button. So for example, having created this one, you can actually rename it if you make mistakes in typing or whatsoever, or you want to change the name later. Right click on it and click on for example, if it's not all shown, click on show more option and click on rename. So let me now, I can now rename it just Windows. So that is all. That's just Windows. I've renamed it. And now how to delete a folder. You want to delete the folder, you right click on the folder. Where it's no icon, you can use the delete direct here in Windows 11, or you show more. You are using Windows 10, you come to delete here. So you see is deleted. So when you delete some things in Windows, it's in your recycle bin. You tap on the recycle bin for you to restore or a deleted folder. You can see that things I've deleted. If I want to restore this, I click on it, right click and click on restore. So it sends it back to where it came from. So it's still it's recovered now. You can see this is it here. This is it here. So that's how to retrieve a deleted folder. But immediately, sometimes if you mistakenly come here and you empty this recycle bin, you empty this recycle bin, everything is deleted. For you to be able to recover what you've deleted there, you need advanced software. You understand? For you to be able to recover things that you have already deleted on your system, on your hard disk. So the last part of this Windows training is we are going to talk about computer virus. So as we want to talk about computer virus, let me just open the what's it called, the slide now. Sorry guys. Let me open the slide again, and so we can talk about. Oh, sorry, let me open the slide and we can talk about computer virus and call it a day in this module 2 of Windows operating system. We have actually tried speaking this morning. So this is computer virus. In computer virus, a virus is an unwanted program that loaded onto your computer without your knowledge. It replicates itself and spread from one computer to another. So actually, computer virus is a program. It's not the general biological virus that you know, infectious disease virus. This one is a computer program. It is the initial intention is written as security to mitigate unwanted access into some systems, so that if you want to access my system, the virus affects your access, maybe access device, access media, so that it get corrupt. So that was the initial rationale behind the writing of that program. So if you read, if you are a computer scientist, you can actually develop a virus by writing it in assembly language, or you write it in some low level language like C++ or C sharp. So computer virus is actually um, a program now. Have mentioned that is a program. It's not the infectious disease virus that you learn in biological related courses or subjects. So the symptoms of virus, if your system already contracted virus or a flash drive, what happens to the system? What are the symptoms the system will put up so that you can be able to know and then you can look for solution? The first thing is program it starts launch itself. A program you did not launch at all, it's just loading itself, you just see your screen, a program, a software is, it's running already. Then unusual sound may play randomly. You can be hearing some sound like tudun, 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 tudun. Sounds will be playing. Then some files or folder seems to disappear or not open. A folder or a file you try to open will not open again, and sometimes it can disappear. Sometimes a 500 MB folder can turn to 1 KB file. You see, so that is another symptoms. Another symptoms of computer virus is computer may also display some strange messages on the screen. You click on cancel, some strange messages may be displayed. Then the disk space can become overloaded. Then CD-ROM tray may just open and close by itself. So let's go to the next slide. Flash drive is an external storage device. You must know that. That is, it is not, it is when you want to use it, you attach it to the system through the USB port. And we have actually discussed USB port in our module one. If you just bought this course as a standalone course, I will advise you should buy out the module one, intro to computing or computer administration. So we have it in this sizes: 1 gig, 2 gig, 4 gig, 16 gig, 32 gig. We have 64 gig flash drive as you want it now. We have even 256 gig. We have other ones like a type of flash drive. We have antivirus flash drive. We have a non-antivirus flash drive. So how to format a flash drive? You follow these First, you insert the flash drive to the USB port, double click on my computer icon. So for example, you can just do like this from here. You go to this PC, you see what is attached here. You see the file here. So from there, you click on format, right click on the flash drive icon, then you click on format. So select on quick format and click on format. So for example, let me just attach a flash drive to the system and will try to carry out this practical as the last one we want to do. So once I attach a flash drive to the system, like I told you, the OS we discover is, this one is not a good flash, telling me to format already. So let me just close it. Let's come here. So we'll come to my PC. You see that it's here. You see USB drive B. Right click on it and click on show off this thing. This is format. Click on format. See? So quick format, the volume, the label, you want to restore the default, restore it to default. You click on start formatting. So it will ask you, then you click on OK. So that's how to format a flash drive. This is my internal storage, the main storage. You see that it puts this signal showing that this is the one that my Windows OS is attached. So let's move on from here and go to conclude the slide. So how to rename a flash. If you attach the flash to it, you follow this step. You once you get to where you click on like the same step you took while you want to rename your folder the other time. So you right click on you just click on this folder that is attached. So from there, come to my PC, you see it here. Just right click on it and you click on rename. So that is how to rename a flash drive. So the next thing is how to use on screen keyboard. This is as simple as click on start button or just click on screen here. The on-screen keyboard is a very good so sometimes maybe you have a problem with a particular screen key on your keyboard and it's not coming up and you need to do some things. You just click search here, put on screen keyboard, and you just click on the on-screen keyboard. It comes out, then you can actually use it like you saw me using it to demonstrate the other time. So that is what we want to discuss about. You see, it's coming up now. This is on quick keyboard. So for example, let me show you how it's used. Let's say I click here and I just click O. You see that it's typing. So that is on quick keyboard. Control Z is used for undo. Control X is for save. Those are the common keyboard functions. So when we get to module 3 now, which is Microsoft Word, which is word processing package, we are going to talk about different uh, shortcut keys, Control A, Control B, Control C, what it is. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you very much. This is MSAD IT Solution. Thank you. Like my video, share it, and buy the course. I appreciate everybody. Thank